The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us.
All right, you boys.
So...
You boys. You nauseous yet?
Oh, yeah. I've been...
You got Tums and shit ready?
No, it's not that kind of nausea.
No, it's not.
It's not heartburn. It's like in the soul.
You know, you have more butterflies than Marcus Freeman does.
No. So this is what I've learned, thankfully, through social media is.
Well, you've got me as a outside eyes looking in as a Irish history.
There's a whole division of Notre Dame fans that don't remember the Lou Holtz years, like that
we're at that point now.
Yeah, totally.
So the Spurrier years don't exist anymore.
What are you talking about, Spurrier?
Steve Spurrier. I'm talking about a different like Florida.
Oh yeah.
So those don't exist anymore.
Yeah, so there's.
But I'm just saying, generationally,
they know it, but they didn't live it.
But Lou Holtz.
Yeah, so we're talking about he left after '93.
I don't give a fuck
I'm just saying.
when he left.
So there's what you see on particularly the Georgia game, which I'll try and save a little bit of time for that. But anyway, I'm going to try and be concise about this one. But what you are seeing now are the different periods of Notre Dame fans, which is so there's a generation of Notre Dame fans that are fucking thirsty as shit, right? They've never known a national championship, right?
Right.
And then
you mean the millennials and shit?
Yeah, and
everybody after us.
What? Yeah. Once again, I'm right on the cusp of something.
Right.
I'm a millennial as well because I graduated in 2000, high school in 2000. But I do remember the last Notre Dame national championship. It was one of the greatest years of my life. The Cardinals were in the World Series. Notre Dame won the national championship. The 1987 season into the 88.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's...
who was on that team?
On the Notre Dame team?
Yeah.
You had Tim Brown, he was magical, but...
Yeah, you don't have to tell me. He was a cheat code in Tim
Oh, my God.
Carry on.
But you had... Oh, God.
Who was the quarterback?
Tim Rice.
Oh, yeah?
It was one of those... Tim Rice, he was put on probation. He got caught cheating. He was put on probation. He comes in that season, fucking lights it up. Never did anything in the pros or the Canadian Football League.
Doesn't matter.
But my God, I think that was Zorich's first year, I think.
What was your 87, 88?
Yeah.
God, it has to be.
Yeah. But it was just it was the culmination of Lou Holtz, who knew Southern recruiting, being able to work the Midwest and the Upper South a little bit.
And be that little Catholic white guy.
Yeah. And but that's where, and I'm going to try not to do this every time I talk about Notre Dame. But
I don't care because you didn't start the clock. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, shit.
Keep talking.
That's all right. I'll keep an eye on it.
Notre Dame.
I love my attractive black man as their head coach.
Yeah,
because again,
that's why I'd led.
We
with
haven't
Marcus
seen
Freeman.
this. We haven't seen this since Lou Holtz, somebody who came in and let's just think about this: restructuring the culture at Notre Dame football.
Listen to this, and I'm sure you've seen it. The huddle before the game, where one of the captains is screaming and cussing at them. Culture, us. It's us, our culture versus exactly.
And
identity, this us, what we've created here. And I was like, wow, That's well done.
Yeah, no, it's
especially because it was against the SEC too.
But not. I mean, but I'm just saying, it's like you're talking about one of the, like, whether or not you love them or hate them or whatever. But like Notre Dame is like they're known like Alabama football culture, right?
Correct.
And that you have to come in as a head coach and restructure that whole system.
You know what? Manchester United's having a problem with
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Like
good on what year is this? 4?
3. It's his 3rd year.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Has he finished in the top 10 all 3 years?
First and now this one, yeah.
Last
year I don't, yeah, because they lost their bowl, so I think they dropped out. But it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah. I'm sorry.
But it's that thing of like, I mean, it's so in this case, to put it in parlance that you would understand, when Saban came into LSU after Jerry DiNardo and all that. But I mean, after losing seasons, and not that Notre Dame was losing, but as you now understand, somebody who comes in after Brian Kelly, and which it's like, okay, you're good, but like something's not clicking, and that's why Marcus Freeman, even though he's not won a title yet,
so this is his first year of really his recruits.
Yeah,
year 3,
and his second year. No, but in his second year of working portal magic.
Yeah, because the first year he's working with Brian Kelly's class.
Yeah, right.
The second year he's finishing Brian Kelly's class, working the portal, and recruiting him.
Right.
So now this year he has his team.
Yeah, his first round and his
that's what I'm saying.
Portal
and and the guys who were sophomores when Brian Kelly was
right. And
I hate Brian Kelly.
God
damn it.
The whole idea too goes back to, and you can look it up. I mean, you can put it on TikTok or put it on YouTube. When he's announced as the head coach, and he walks into that locker room, and the whole team like is freaking the fuck out and jumping around him. Like, and again, he was the defensive coordinator. And he had been that way for like just a year. He was the linebackers coach, which they brought him over for the University.
Young. Like, I could damn near be his dad.
Yeah, and you could.
Yeah,
and but you just go like it's. I'm saying like to the rest of the world, like I get it, like oh yeah, young, hot, up and coming coach, but. In the Notre Dame existence,
you've got to look. The coach at Alabama in 7 years is going to have to be
right.
Marcus. Like it's going to have to be a guy because they're going to float on an island, especially with the portal, that they can be there until they find their next Marcus Freeman.
Yeah. I mean, and like SEC teams have been showing that they're not really good at the transfer portal.
No.
And Big Ten teams are good at it. And
exactly.
And that's where like Notre Dame is keeping its relevancy. Is going like
you're in the heart of the Big Ten, and I guess you're too far north for the SEC, and you're too far west now for the what's the ACC in Big East? What are they now?
Well, Big East doesn't exist anymore.
So it's just the ACC?
Yeah.
Okay. And football?
Correct, yeah.
Big East still exists in basketball?
No, it's done.
Oh my fucking Christ. I'm today's years old when I'm learning this?
Yeah.
Georgetown University plays in the ACC.
I believe so, yeah. There's a whole 30 for 30 documentary about the death of the Big East.
Wow, you just fucking crushed my soul.
I could be wrong, but, I mean, I don't think it exists.
Is this a new development since COVID?
No, like pre-COVID.
Oh, man, I should fucking...
But anyway, so...
Sorry. I'm
disappointed. No. It's like I got off on another Marcus Freeman tangent, but it's I just love it because
I led
it's like
with Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, it reminds me, and remember, I was like a baby at that time, but I still remember people talking about it when they won the national championship in January of '88. But when like Lou Holtz came in, and back then, before Lou Holtz came in under under Jerry Fouts, they had the names on the back of the jerseys. Lou Holtz comes in, he's like, "No, that's done.
They're back."
Like, yeah, I know. It's like
I'm just saying, yeah.
But that's for these games, like traditional home games,
right,
or traditional season. They're gone.
Yeah,
but that's also shows you what Notre Dame understands. It's like, okay, we're now everything's on the big stage, so let's put the names on the backs. But even there, they have a player of Japanese ancestry. They put his name in Japanese letters on his back. Yeah.
I love the dude whose name is this long and he has a giant Samoan hair.
Yeah.
That might be defensive lineman, or is he the linebacker?
He's a linebacker,
love that man because he's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's like Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's everywhere.
And we talked about that.
No. I'm going to stop you because we've got a couple of minutes left.
Yeah.
How confident are you? Where are they playing? Miami, right?
Yeah, it's in the Orange Bowl. Yeah.
I've been there. It's a fucking dope.
Well, going back to my original thing. So if you are someone like me that remembers the last national championship.
Yep.
And everything that has subsequently followed, like, there is no confidence at all. It's that,
I know that.
I mean, and it's like, it's like your,
you mean Juventus in every single final?
Yeah, or I was going to say, it's like, imagine if the Yankees and the Red Sox were role reversed. And you were down 3-0 and you had to battle your way back, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the way, like, old Notre Dame fans feel. The modern Notre Dame fans are, they're the ones that everybody thinks is, well, granted, we are all annoying. But those are the ones that are going like, whoa, why haven't we won it? Why hasn't this happened? And you go in, and again, it's like, I get it. And clearly you haven't had enough heartbreak in your life, sports-wise.
Exactly. You need more trauma in your life.
And I'm looking at this.
Oh God, if I suffered through trauma, sports trauma. God damn.
Penn State has waited longer for a national championship.
Yeah, when was their last one? Early 80s?
It was like 80s. It was like 86, I think.
But that late?
Yeah,
I would figure it would be early. But that makes sense.
It wasn't far off from Notre Dame's, but
people getting molested.
Yeah. And you're talking about a fan base that is hungry for it and all that, and so.
The Supreme Court may have a hand in
if Notre Dame plays like if they have a game plan and they play like they did against Georgia,
if their special teams and defense play the way they did, game over. From what I've watched, and I watch Penn State games and Ohio State games because of the in-laws.
Right.
So I watched them play.
I don't want to sleep on Penn State.
I've watched Penn State play, and I've clearly watched Notre Dame play because we've gone over this a million times. They're super similar.
Yeah.
I trust Notre Dame's offense a little more.
Well, I mean, on paper, Notre Dame's got the better defense.
Yeah, but I kind of think they make hints, which is why I went to Notre Dame has the better offense.
Well, I mean, it could be, so it could go one of three ways, which is, honestly, like, I see it this way. It's a bloodbath and Notre Dame wins.
Yep.
That would be my hope. It comes down to, like, a snowball, and it's, 1 or 2 points here or there. The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.